neighbor's philosophy is don't buy anything, and if you buy anything, do it cheap. For me to be inspired, the more things I see, the more inspired I am. I just find it becomes easier and easier in life to do something, the bigger your library becomes in the end of the day. Well, in a perfect world, I would have, started from scratch and built my own house. But in a certain way, I like older neighborhoods. Old things just have character to it. Obviously, because we've got the old house, you want to try and keep as much of what's already there. I sort of feel like I've added another layer to the house, but still kept it to the original feel of it. Recognize this cupboard. It's a very South African old-fashioned cupboard. They call that the ball and claw legs that you got, and I inherited this from my grandma. She had actually similar things in here, little things when she was traveling, so I inherited this. I painted it electric blue, and I did the same as my grandmother. I filled it up with memories, really. At some point I was, with my traveling, I collected the maps before Google Earth came out, and I had physical maps that I was using to look at or to navigate myself. So I had this whole period of art that I did just maps, and then I did my toilet wallpapering in maps. So basically just using very simple color copies, A3, and then doing a mural that way. Well, my biggest passion nowadays, and I think South Africa's biggest problem is density. With the apartheid government, our cities are just terribly planned. So for me, the first thing is everybody must take as little footprint space as possible. The poorest people get moved to the furthest corner, and in the end, they have to spend all their money to get back into town, to get jobs. Nobody can go on foot anywhere because it's designed for cars, so even on the street you won't even see people because there's 2-meter high walls around everything. There's no interaction. In a certain way, I believe the more money you have, the more you remove yourself from your neighbors, and the less of a community you create in a city, So the more you can help, the rest of the planet to better their lives, the better, So I think that is what design should become. It's, how people's lives in general can be made easier and more pleasant. It should be part of everyday life. From the poorest person should actually get access to it. The interesting challenge, if you can go into any shop and you can find something that you like and then you buy it. At the end of the day, if you can, you must surround yourself with things that you like. Institutional architecture and things that can be shared by everyone is still important. That you do still spend money on big iconic pieces to inspire people in the end of the day. But in the end, I think design lies with helping people that doesn't even have food to be ingenious about life in general. Color is my absolute passion. It's basically a feeling that it creates. And in the end of the day, that is what architecture could become, just something fun and something that you can do with some leftover paint in your garage.